welcome to the weekly Astro business forecast. I have a very juicy week for you coming up, or actually, I don't, the universe has. This is a week to follow your heart. It is week 7 from February 14th, from Valentine's Day until February 20th. This week is really it's probably going to toss and turn you all over the place. It is an invitation to you to choose which energy is going to guide you. So there are going to be a few clashes between wanting to be free and not following any rules. And we have the rules on the other side, the restrictions, the wanting to keep everything as it is. Both are important. We need the freedom and we need the structure. So this week is up to you. Which one do you use when? It is the softness and the action that keeps flipping back and forth. And there's no right or wrong, but you get to choose which energy you want to lead with in which moment. Because it's not that freedom is the ideal or that the rules are the ideal. It is for you to look at, hey, how can this work in my favor? It starts on Monday, February 14th. On Valentine's Day, we have Mercury moving into Aquarius until March 9th. This is quite an interesting shift because Aquarius is quite emotionally distant. Now, honestly, Valentine's Day is quite a commercial thing, so I wouldn't get too scared about it. But it does give you a beautiful shot of being more inventive. It's an invitation to stand up for your unique standpoints. So Mercury was already in Aquarius in January for a little bit before it turned retrograde. So this is it's still retracing its steps. This is the third time that Mercury's moving over this placement, which allows you to get the downloads and the information that you already have received since January. And that might just be a sense or a feeling or an emotion, but make sure that you keep track of those. If you haven't listened to the Cosmic Reflections from last week, from week 6, please go back to that episode because I talk a little bit in depth about the importance of Venus and Mercury both still retracing their steps, which is what we call the shadow phase, the post-retrograde shadow phase. They've already been in displacement. So if you haven't listened to that one, listen to that one and really understand the importance of noticing the signals, because in March it's going to heat up again and you would want to have the loops that are still open, you want to have them closed so you can really fully step in to the power and the initiation that is happening in March. On Wednesday, February 16th, we have the full moon in Leo. So this is all about pleasure, creativity, and leadership. So Leo shows you where you want to take your stage and where you can shine. Leo loves the spotlight, but it can also show the sides of yourself that you don't really want to be highlighted. Leo, on the low side, can really crave attention and validation. Let me get it straight. There's nothing wrong with getting the validation. There's nothing wrong with feeling amazing when you get that wonderful testimonial from your client and they praise you. Please soak that in. And at the same time, know that that doesn't define you. It doesn't mean that when you don't get it, that you're less valuable, less worthy. But this can give you a boost. And that helps you to keep radiating your light. Because you never know who might be looking on the sideline, following you, being inspired by you, and then they jump on the bandwagon. because you have been able to shine your purest light. Now, again, a full moon is always an opposition between the sun and the moon, where the sun in Aquarius is looking out for the collective. Leo just wants to be in the spotlight by themselves. That's a beautiful dance that I want to invite you in. How can you shine your light and at the same time care for the collective? Because on that same day, we have Venus and Mars conjunct in Capricorn. So the goddess of love and the god of war are coming together. And it's a really amazing opportunity to unite the two, the masculine and the feminine. It's where passion and compassion come together, softness and action. So it's a really powerful energy when both get the space they need. And this is something I want you to remember. The feminine is definitely not better than the masculine. We need both. Without both, you will not be able to move through the next phase. Some people are almost afraid of this energy because it can clash. But if you allow yourself the passion of Mars and the compassion of Venus to come together, it's a beautiful unification of the energies. The next day, on Thursday, February 17th, we have Jupiter sextiling Uranus. Jupiter in Pisces and Uranus in Taurus. This is a very dreamy energy that helps you to come together with the people around you. There's not much action, but more a softness that allows you to open up so you can receive more. So Jupiter in Pisces is that soft expansion, is the trust that the universe is working in magical ways. Uranus wants to shift everything. So when those two come together, it's really opening yourself up and allowing the change to move through you. So on Friday, February 18th, the sun moves into Pisces. New season is here and it is all about flow. So Aquarius wanted to innovate and change and move forward, whereas Pisces lets everything go and embraces every single thing. The theme is feel all the feelings. Your intuition is stronger, so trust the downloads that you get and trust your gut instinct. Trust it and go after it. So don't overthink all of the steps, but go with the flow. It's really an amazing time to daydream, float in the state, because remember, Pisces is water, so we float with everything, and it doesn't have to be all structured. This is the creativity. This is the artistry of Pisces. And the more that you can surrender yourself to that, the more you will enjoy this season. That was this week. If you want personal forecast every single week in your inbox, it's something that I do with my 6-month client. On Monday morning, they get the forecast of the week for their personal astrology. I zoom into what is happening from day to day, as well as understanding the bigger cycles that are at play. That helps them to, again, get into connection with what is going on the major cycles and how to move through their week. And it's such a powerful, small little practice that helps them to stay grounded, to see what is happening for themselves, but also how they can tune into that for their clients and make sure that they can serve and guide them in the best possible way. If you want some more information about that, you can send me a DM on Instagram at Patricia Panassi, or you can look in the show notes. You will find a link to book your call and let's explore what the possibilities are for you. That was it for this week. Make sure that at the end of the week, you tune in to the Cosmic Reflections to help you close the loop of this week and create the energy that you need for next week. And I wish you a beautiful week ahead.